Everybody good? We got head coach Hank Plona. Coach will open up with a statement and we'll jump into questions.
Hats off to them. Obviously, they came in here as we expected them to do, playing with a ton of energy and purpose and fire. And you can say it to our team or to you guys a million times, but if you take 20 shots out of the lineup, man, it makes everybody else have a little more pop to them. And they played very well. There's not much that we did to slow them down, and they played with some toughness and some energy that certainly outclassed us, and obviously resulted in a lopsided finish. So disappointing that we weren't able to continue to move in the right direction. Unfortunately, it seems that the reality of this is sometimes that these things do happen, although we are going to work our tail off to prevent them from continuing to happen. So I thought we showed some fight and caught up, and then obviously as soon as once we did, we let the kind of the air out of us, and we struggled to score and we struggled to stop them. Obviously a very inefficient night. We were 10 for 35 from 2-point range. That is not going to get it done. We need to show a lot more toughness, purpose. Obviously, you need to coach them better to get the ball to better spots, but that is very, very inefficient basketball on the offensive end, and they did a good job when they were on offense and rebounding that ball and giving us problems. So probably a really good day at the office for them, and certainly one of our tougher days that we've had.
Right. I just asked the guys, too, about Connell being out and how that affected game preparation. And Ryan said he thought it might have made him better, maybe just today or maybe overall.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. That's probably not our problem to figure out. We know we see these guys in 11 days, so I think when they certainly look good today. They played with a toughness on defense. They really took us out of what we wanted to do. By the end, I thought we were moving in slow motion, and obviously they had a lot to do with that. As a coach, I don't think that should affect us, and we should continue to play through everything. But man, it certainly affected us, and we certainly struggled. So I would think that's probably as good as they played on the road all year. So whatever the purpose of that is, whatever the cause of that is, that's for them to figure out. We'll look at that film, and obviously we got to turn around and see these guys again here very soon. So hopefully this sticks with us and we're able to use it as fuel to perform way better.
You guys played more 2-3 zone than I've seen you, I think, all year. Obviously, early on, it seemed like it was a necessity based on what they were doing on the side, and it did seem to slow it down for a while. But
we've played the last couple games. We played a bunch in the UTEP game and a bunch in the Missouri State game, and it's just a way to, we've had some success keeping people off guard, off balance, and doing different things. I would tell you, one of the constant trends for this basketball team is it ain't really what we do. It's more how we do it. Like on the days where we struggle, we didn't play man good, we didn't play zone good, we didn't press good, we didn't play offense good. Like, we were giving one effort, and I thought no matter what we did, there was an absence of a second and third and fourth effort. And second half versus UTEP, the whole game versus Missouri State, whether we were in press to man or whether we were in zone, man, we were continuing to play and have a purpose and have a toughness of playing through things, and we certainly lost that there tonight. So obviously Terrion gets in a little bit of foul trouble. That's probably a little bit of why we went to it, but at the same time, I thought they were playing well, and we've had success these last two games just changing up what we do. So, but if we're not going to be the aggressive team, and we're not going to have a purpose, and we're not going to be confident in communicating over the top in what we do, it'll fail when you do that. And tonight we certainly failed on that end of the court.
Coach, 14 three-point attempts for Ryan Myers. When those twos aren't falling, do you kind of feel good seeing that, or would you still rather take that?
I don't know. I want us to play the right way. I guess I didn't think a lot. I mean, he took one at the end of the clock, but I thought he missed quite a few that were pretty good looks. I don't know. That is what it is. He's a good shooter, and I think he has to take the right shots. I'm way more concerned about the 10 for 35 from 2-point range. Like, that is, we're 326th in the country out of 366 on 2-point field goal percentage. This has been an issue all year long. There's no stat in the stat sheet that says 2-point shots, so everybody glares at the 3-point shots, but 4 for 14 from 3 is a lot better than 10 for 35 from 2 if you look at points per possession. So just really We had 30 points on 33 threes. We had 20 points on 35 twos. So the two-pointers, the not getting all the way to the rim, the not converting layups, the not playing through contact, the not getting by our guy on the second or third dribble, those are the issues that have flared up when we've struggled, and they were a massive issue tonight.
They blocked 9 shots today, too, though. I mean, that's going to suppress your shooting a little bit.
We got to stop getting our shots blocked. You know, like that's. I mean, we're top 10 in the country at getting our shots blocked. That's not getting to your spot. That's not playing off 2 feet. That's not using shot fakes and being. I mean, we weren't blocking their shots. You know, so it's. You know, we have to be able to play through contact, draw contact, and that's either get to the foul line or finish. I think sometimes we're trying to get fouled, and you're going to get your shot blocked, you're going to miss if you try to get fouled. You lift the guy up in the air, you try to fool your defender, you try to get your defender to jump, but then you try to score. You can't just try to draw a foul. And so I don't know. We have to figure that out. It's been a constant issue, one that when we win, we've been good at, and when we lose, this has been a constant trend in our struggle. Obviously, as a staff, you know, you try to develop some different stuff to offensively to maybe get the ball moving, get the defense moving. Tonight, I thought we were certainly in the last 15 minutes just going at a very casual pace in everything that we did, and that's concerning. So, no, we got to figure that out. We got to figure that out. We were an inefficient offensive team, and we got to get a lot better.
You know, Coach, dropping this second game here at home, I mean, you're back again on Wednesday, a little bit more time in between these 2 games. I mean, facing a Liberty team that is obviously very effective offensively as well. How do you kind of rotate into that one? Yeah,
they're a very good team. I mean, I don't know if our physically, if we're a little worn down, and, you know, they make you take a day off every week, so we'll be off tomorrow and hopefully get ourselves, and we'll prepare Monday, Tuesday, play Wednesday. I mean, the hits just keep on coming. Like, this doesn't get easy. And we've always, when we beat UTEP about a week ago, I guess exactly a week ago, we talked about having our backs against the wall and us against the world, and like, yeah, it's coach speak, but literally, when we get comfortable, we're really bad, and when we have our backs against the wall, we're pretty good. And I don't know if we looked and saw ourselves at 4-2 and we feel like that's good. When we struggle, things are not as bad as what the world makes them out to be. And when we win, we are not as good as what the world makes them out to be. And I think we're riding this emotional up and down. And man, there's 15 more league games, or 14 total if you count the postseason. I mean, every single game is going to be a battle. Like, I'm at the point where, I mean, we need to get better. It's January 17th. Like, we need to be better by March 15th. And I think we've taken some steps in that direction, but obviously today's a step in the wrong direction. And obviously we need to, you know, it's a process. Like, I think our guys think this is supposed to be easy sometimes, and it's not going to be easy. We're still trying to form a team, and it's, you know, and as you get to January, and, you know, I don't know, we got to make sure that we block out things that could affect us either negatively, and we got to make sure that we really come together as a group, because it didn't seem to me after 2 games of really playing for and with one another, but really for each other. Man, when they delivered that 10-0 run or whatever it was in the second half, we had some selfishness tonight. We had some not taking accountability for what the actions were, basically denying it. We had some out of character things throughout the course of that game, and we gotta. And after you win a couple, maybe, you know, when you lose, sometimes you focus on winning. When you win, you focus on winning, but you know, individually, maybe being able to do more. So we got to get all that nonsense that gets in the way of winning out of it, and we've got to play way better as a team in order to have success.
RJ Johnson with 31 for them tonight. I think he come in averaging 10.5. Obviously, somebody had to step it up offensively, but what made him such a tough guard?
His physicality sure gave us problems, and he made a couple threes, but man, he got to the line a lot. He got to his spots. I mean, it seemed like we were backing up, and he just closes that gap. So it seemed like he was getting to wherever he wanted to get on the floor. Certainly played with the confidence, not arrogance, but confidence that he was the best player on the floor, and I think he was clearly correct about that tonight.
Coach, I mean, with the federal indictment that just kind of came down, I mean, were you able to, you talked about it before, social media is sometimes good, sometimes bad, but whenever the social media, it's going to take, something like that is going to take social media by storm, and obviously the guys are going to be able to see that. Were you able to talk to them and kind of give your thoughts on that?
Yep, we talked about it and obviously presented both options. I mean, I thought the beginning of the game was going to be important. If we could put them on their heels a little bit, maybe they're a little uncomfortable. But like I said, when you take 20 shots or whatever he takes out of the game, sometimes players play a lot better, and that ball was moving and they seemed re-energized and so, yeah, we talk about it. Do I think that I all the way convinced our guys that they might play way, way better without him? The result didn't seem like that. But, yes, you try to I mean, I don't know why. It's confusing that we would ever hope that a team is going to struggle. I mean, you have to force a team to struggle. You have to impose your will on another team for them to struggle. Every team in our league is good. And if we haven't learned that lesson so far, man, we're going to keep learning it, and obviously we have Liberty on Wednesday and a 3-game road trip. So these next 2 weeks are going to be, in 2 weeks, we're gonna know something more about ourselves, and this reveals and builds character, and today's game is gonna, I mean, this revealed kind of what our issues are, and we have 4 days to build ourselves together to focus on the next task at hand, and that's Liberty.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.